Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams. And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. To throw, Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game. And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. And he'll go down at the 28. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago. Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Ready.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On on the option. Running left is Lance. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's Mitchell. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Panthers nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and then connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Panthers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. Mayfield finding Anderson for the Panthers first. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Drake Jackson able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team win.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready?
Another run with Mitchell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Able to find Gray here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st down, here's Mitchell. Taken down at the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
Okay,
The
right?
run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. Now for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this pass caught by Gray. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Right back to Mitchell here. Trucks over him. He did it again. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 94 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners take a 3-touchdown lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
The score, Niners 21, Panthers nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
The kick is good.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
16 more on that one and another first down. Here's Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gold with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield under pressure. They got him again. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one is pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
That time on the run-pass option, when he decided to throw it, not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, step back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 138 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Play action, now it's Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. First down, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Mayfield on play action. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Mayfield off the play fake. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Drake Jackson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. This is taken at about the 14. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Set. Ready.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
On the set.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Drill. 52.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. There's Trimble, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And again, it's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Third and goal, try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Again, McCaffrey trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Ready, set.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Ready, go.
On play action, Lance. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
The Niners on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And now here's another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Jump, 17, green jack. Hut.
The Lance going to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a complete.
Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now Gold for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to Deebo Samuel for and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Runs over it. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way the opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Mayfield now. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And the Ninersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, fans usually